So here we are. It's Thursday. Today's Ascension Thursday, which means kind of nothing in Australia. But in Germany it's a public holiday, and in the east part of Germany, because it was never a religious state, as it were, they used to celebrate Männertag. In the West it's Father's Day, but Männertag is not Father's Day. I don't know whether we'll come across any more, but you know, basically all the men just go out and get pissed. And go around the place, you know, singing and carrying on and riding on horses and old draft horses and carts and stuff like that, and you know, when I first came to Leipzig, I'd never seen anything like it. I still haven't, I suppose. I just ran into a group of young blokes before, just riding their bikes along and singing really well, actually. So what we're going to do today is, I'm now home alone. Everyone's gone away for the weekend. So I'm just going to look after myself. And at the moment I'm going to go for a stroll over to the Rosental, which originally means Rose Valley. I don't even know what street I'm in. Feuerbachstrasse. Okay. So it's along up here and up to the left somewhere or something. I'll have a bit of a look. Dickes Bücher drin hier. Auf Englisch sogar. Curious business. Yeah. Just still in Feuerbachstrasse at the moment. Planting some trees. Little fairy garden, in fact. The Germans, eh? There's some sort of little place, little square here. No idea what it's called. Let's have a look, shall we? That must be the start of the Rosental. Da drüben. It's quite nice here, isn't it? This little spot. I mean, the Waldviertel is it's a pretty, you know, salubrious kind of neighbourhood, really. I still don't actually know what this is called. And this is part of the little river over there. Delitzsch, Gordis. We're not going to Delitzsch, it's miles away. Some kind of canal connected to the river. This could be part of the river. The Elster, Weiße Elster, is quite small in places. Hurrah! Ja.
Komm.
Nein.
Of course, that's what Germans do. They are walking in the forest. Two lovely dogs. You know, the Germans are kind of forest dwellers, you know, historically, and they go back there on the weekends, you know, just go walking around forests and stuff. You gotta be careful, the Germans don't jump out at you. and shout in German. It's nice here though, isn't it? Gehen wir mal gucken oder was. Uh-oh, that's some sad and dangerous sounding music. Ja. Pippi Langstrumpf. Hey, Pippi Langstrumpf.
Polly, wenn du einmal anfängst, Polly, dann hörst du mir auf.
Tag.
Polly, wir werden gefilmt.
Gerade gefilmt. Eigentlich bin ich Australier. Und ich verstehe das Männertag überhaupt nicht. Wie läuft das und warum und so weiter?
Warum weiß keiner eigentlich gefühlt so richtig. Vatertag ist eigentlich so ein Tag, Unterschiede von Nord, Süd, West, Ost Deutschland gelebt. Aber da machen halt Jungsgruppen, bei uns auch umgemischt, hier nur Jungsgruppen. Ja. Eine kleine Tour, trinken ein bisschen was, haben Spaß.
Aber nicht mehr mit dem Pferd oder wie?
Mit dem Pferd? Nein.
Nicht mehr, nee.
Nee,
Nein,
früher gab es viele, die mit so einer Kutsche und Anhänger gefahren und dann getrunken haben.
Bei uns machen die das mit dem Fahrrad noch viel. Also ich komme aus dem Norden, da ist viel mit Fahrrad unterwegs. Und Bollerwagen. Ja.
Oder im Endeffekt mit einem Traktor gibt es auch viel.
Ja, dann einer muss fahren, ja. Kenn ich auch.
Ich kam erstmal nach Leipzig in 1990. Also am Männertag war ganz schön was los. Naja, die ganzen Männer waren alle besoffen und so und das war irgendwie ein bisschen imponiert.
Aber Sie sprechen akzentfrei komplett Deutsch, oder?
Nee, ich bin Australier. Ich bin in Australien geboren.
Aber für 1990 sagen trotzdem lange da, aber trotzdem. Also ich finde es.
Ich bin Englisch, da muss man auch so ein bisschen sich anstrengen sozusagen.
Das ist cool.
Ja, und vielen Dank. Ja, und einen schönen Tag noch.
Gleichfalls.
Danke. That song is about Pippi Langstrumpf, which is Pippi Longstockings. I think that got as far as Australia, I can't remember. Yeah, sort of kids' movies back in whenever that was. I didn't know anything about her until I came here in 1990, and there was some, stuff going on with that. I got a feeling that it might not even be German, it might be Danish or something like that. Just, Pippi is a kid, like a sort of adolescent, I suppose, with long stockings, Pippi Longstockings, with red hair and freckles. She had adventures. Like a German female Pickles. Well, not quite. Not quite. Tag. They're looking at the camera going, what the fuck is he doing? I thought they'd be a bit more used to it. People doing stupid, making fools of themselves with cameras and stuff. But apparently not. I get the feeling, das ist doch schön hier, ja? I get the feeling it'll be easy to get lost here, but I've got a map. Right, let's have a look, shall we? This is where we are. So here, somewhere. I don't suppose too much can go wrong. And we'll end up... I suppose we could just go over to the other side, couldn't we? And see what happens. And, but I don't think we will. I think we'll sort of go left a bit. Look up that way. Da immer noch hübsche deutsche Mädels, die rumlaufen so. Aber ein bisschen dürre ist das, muss man sagen. It's nice to hear the bird song. And the aeroplane, of course. And the sounds of spring, which I may have mentioned, in Germany, are much gentler. Everything is much gentler in Europe than in Australia. So yeah, German forest, you know, nothing like Australian bush. Of course, the mad sort of hot, dusty, eucalypt smelling Australian bush feels much more natural than this. Although this feels quite refreshing and quite primeval, shall we say. Yeah. Anyway, looks like I'm reaching a road up here. And what that means, I'll never know. Well, I do know what that means. I'll end up walking for miles again like I did yesterday and the day before and the day before that, etc. So here I am, still wandering aimlessly. I stopped and asked the lady where I was and directions and stuff. She said that's the Waldstrasse, which is the street that I'm staying in. So fuck knows which way I'm going now, whether I'm actually going north or south, or east or west I should say. So we're going to do that thing. We're going to walk around in ever decreasing circles for hours and collapse because of hunger, because all the shops are shut and we can't get lunch. One of the things that I find slightly confusing about Leipzig whenever I come back is that it's a lot of the city is designed in kind of triangular shapes, which makes it sort of different than home, where everything is mostly rectangular, you know. So I sometimes just get a little bit kind of weirded out by how things and the way things end up. I think I'm doing a loop around that way. I could be entirely wrong. So here we are back to a road. I have no idea what road it would be. Now this river, or stream, or what do you want to call it? Could be the Pater, I don't know. No idea. Okay, so I'm actually where I sort of wanted to go. I came this way and I'm sort of over here. It felt like I was going around, but I haven't. I've been going the other way. That's alright, I've got to sort of, I think I'll just stroll back through here somewhere. And eventually, hopefully, end up back where I should. Either that or I should just go up to Gorlicher Straße and get a bloody tram, you know, that sort of silly idea. To Waldplatz. Number 12. Quitten. Number 12 will take me back to Tröndlingen, Gödlering. Und dann kann ich auch mal weiter mit der 7 fahren. Sag ich mal so. Machen wir weiter. Okay, so I'm in the Menkerstraße. That was a little bit unexpected. Oh, I know where to go. Yeah, okay, I've been here before, obviously. My friend Claudia Steinbach lives around here somewhere, or at least used to. And, okay. And das Gorlicher Schlösschen is around here somewhere. That's why we're calling it the Schlösschenweg, of course. So an idiot, bin ich. We'll go up here. This will be the Gorlicher Straße. I'm probably near the Gorsenschenker as well. Sort of famous. Oh, no. Okay. So this is the Gorlicher Schlösschen here. And that's where Goethe, Entschuldigung, and Schiller, you know, those guys. This is das Schillerhaus, I do believe. You know, that's famous German authors and stuff. Schiller. I haven't really read much Schiller. I came here actually in 2015 with Kerry. She wanted to see it. And you go upstairs and you can see where he lived and worked and wrote, you know, that kind of stuff. Pretty groovy. Gorlicher Schlösschen. Schlösschen means like a little castle. Not a villa, but a little castle. Laufen wir erstmal wieder weiter, ja. So we're still in the Menkerstraße. It's a kind of a strange bit of a street, the Menkerstraße. It's sort of got some posh places and some not so posh places. But Gorlitz, you know, generally speaking, is a pretty upmarket part of town. In the after the Second World War, the Russian army took over most of Gorlitz and put their offices in these kind of places, you know, which they then completely failed to look after. And you know, cover the windows with newspaper and stuff to try and keep warm, instead of putting proper curtains in and blah blah blah. So a lot of these places were ruined, but you know, a lot of all the places were ruined back in the day. Yeah. So here we are, going past the Gorsenschenker. Nee, Quatsch. Ohne Bedenken ist das Gorsenschenker. Doch. Sieht aber gut aus, so. I had lunch there with Claudia Steinbach the last time we were here, and that was the second time I'd managed to get to the Gorsenschenker. It was quite a popular and famous place in its day, but it was, you know, every time I tried to come here it was closed or whatever, full. Now there are 2 photographs of me standing outside this church in Gorlitz here. Yeah, one was taken in 1990 and one was taken in 2015. And, you know, I changed a lot, but so did the church. You know.